What is up, YouTube? Welcome back to Leona King TV for another episode of Let's Talk Wrestling. It's your host, Leona King, and I'm here for another episode of Let's Talk Wrestling. Make sure you leave a like, leave a comment, hit that subscribe button. But whatever you do, please hit that subscribe button and make sure you follow the channel. But hope you guys are being positive. We're going to get right and staying, having a good month, having a good year so far, having a good week, having a good day. Hope you guys are doing well, and I really do hope you guys are doing well. And we're just gonna go into it. So I want to talk about Monday Night Raw last night. Last night we saw Edge cut a promo where he has a new theme music, he has a new gimmick, and it's supposed to be building up the match for AJ Styles. We also got a match with Bianca Belair and Becky and Doudrop. She was led to the ring with Nikki ASH. Supposedly, Doudrop won the match. Bianca won the match by disqualification, but I believe, but Becky Lynch attacked Bianca Belair after the match. Uh, she put a chair around her throat and slammed into the ring post. So Bianca was hurt, and she was attacked by Becky Lynch, and it's supposed to be beefing up their match at Mania 38 for the Raw Women's title. So I feel like they're gonna really have to, you know, make Bianca Belair a little more aggressive. It's kind of weird that she would get attacked one week and then the next week you're skipping to the ring, twirling your hair, smiling and happy during her entrance to the ring. Bianca Belair should be vicious. Bianca Belair should be ready to kick some ass. This is a black woman who want to kick some ass, a black sister who ready to kick some ass. Bianca Belair should have like, she's. I want to see that brought out of her. So I think they need to bring a little bit more. She's a cute character and gimmick, but I think they need to bring that edge out of her. Really intensely show her wanting to kick Becky's ass, wanting to be the top person. And I think that they're going to have to really show that on next week's Raw when they have their segment, if there's a segment involved. But yeah, Bianca had a match with Doudrop. And so that happened. We also got AJ Styles was no show, even during the Edge promo. So AJ Styles is still out. But there's chances that he could return next week in action, maybe for a match, maybe for a promo. We'll see, for a segment, but we'll see if AJ Styles shows up next week. We'll see. But yeah, AJ was not on Raw last night. Then we also got Seth Rollins and Kevin Owens in the main event. Seth Rollins faced Kevin Owens to see who could go to WrestleMania and face no other than Stone Cold Steve Austin. Hell no. This is one of the things that, it was a good match watching it. But I think that, if KO was going to face Stone Cold, we technically didn't need a match. But I think that it was still an entertaining match. Seeing. But at this point, Kevin Owens won the match and beat Seth Rollins by pinfall, via pinfall, and therefore will go on to WrestleMania with Stone Cold Steve Austin. Supposedly, Seth Rollins is not booked for a match at Mania 38 this year. He's not booked at WrestleMania. He's not on the card yet. He doesn't have a match booked for Mania. This is Mr. WrestleMania. This is Seth freaking Rollins, but he doesn't have a match. So I was expecting, there was rumors going around that Cody Rhodes was returning. Maybe his opponent was Cody Rhodes. Cody Rhodes could have showed up at the end of the show. Or I was expecting the debut of Veer Mahan. But therefore, we didn't get the debut of Veer Mahan, and we didn't get a returning Cody Rhodes. So, I was one of those people that was kind of like, if Veer Mahan debuts and attacks Rollins, that would be interesting. if Cody comes back and has his promo with or segment with Seth, that would be interesting. But we didn't get neither. So I think that they're gonna have to find a way in these next little few weeks, very close to WrestleMania. We're moving close to WrestleMania, and I think that they're gonna have to find a way to give Rollins something to do this year, you know. But they're gonna have to find something to do for Rollins. Rollins is one of the biggest names in WWE today on their roster. He's a former WWE World Champion, former United States Champion, former WWE Tag Team Champion. So Seth Rollins is amazing though. But he's faced Brock Lesnar, Roman Reigns. He defeated Brock Lesnar at WrestleMania 35 in 2019 for the WWE title. He he beat up Brock Lesnar. He cashed in on Roman and Brock at WrestleMania 33, 2015 during the main event. So he's got a lot of success in WWE. So I feel like um, they're going to have to find a way to give him something to do. Or if they don't, then we don't get Rollins. Who knows what they're going to do? I have no idea. Maybe Rollins will get involved in the KO and Steve Austin match. We'll see. And maybe it's a handicap, which I think is stupid and they shouldn't do. But therefore, we'll see what happens. I'm like a geek. But anyway, a wrestling geek. But anyway, I think that there's a lot of things you can do. I feel like, we also got no Alexa Bliss. She has not been seen lately on Raw. She comes back and now she's a no-show again. So obviously no Alexa Bliss, which makes no sense. But I believe she's getting married or something behind the scenes. So that could be why we haven't seen her in action lately, competing in any matches. But yeah, she's been off. She hasn't been booked this week for a match. Finn Balor and Damian Priest had a match. Damian Priest won, all thanks to him being attacked by Austin Theory after the match. And Austin Theory takes a selfie with the United States champion Finn Balor. First of all, Austin Theory to me is annoying as hell. I want to see Pat McAfee defeat him at WrestleMania via pinfall or submission. But therefore, I want to see what happens with the Pat McAfee Austin Theory match. But regarding the Finn Balor and Damian Priest feud, Finn Balor needs a promo. Yeah, I like seeing him compete in matches. I love seeing him compete in matches, but Finn Balor needs a promo. He's not the best at promos. He's not that good at promos. On the mic, it doesn't really work for me when it comes to his promos, but I think that he just needs to cut a promo against Damian Priest because of what happened. Don't schedule out him to be in a match next week. He's the U.S. champion. Let him rest and let him have a promo and cut a good promo or have a good brawl with Damian Priest. He's talking on the mic. Let's say next Monday on Raw, he's talking on the mic, cutting a promo. Damian Priest comes out to the ring. They both give each other the business and just beat the living crap out of each other. That's what I want to see. That will beef up that WrestleMania feud in that match. But yeah, I want to see Balor next week. Hopefully, cut a promo. He didn't cut a promo last night like I thought. He had a match with Damian Priest and he lost to Priest. But that's what happened. Austin Theory took a selfie with him, and yeah, that was weird. We also get, what else happened? If I can remember. We get the Mysterios versus the Hurt Business. Cedric Alexander and Shelton Benjamin versus Rey and Dominic Mysterio. And the Mysterios won. It's embarrassing to see how Cedric and Shelton are being used because Cedric, first of all, Shelton Benjamin is great. Cedric is a great wrestler. But Shelton is a great technical wrestler. He's athletic. He's just good in the ring. The guy is a pure athlete, and I think that he should be pushed better and more. Um, but they lost in like less than 5 minutes in the match against the Mysterios. So, oh well. Then we get Omos. Who did he face? Omos versus Commander Aziz with Apollo Crews ringside. He defeats Commander Aziz. After the match, he attacks Commander Aziz and choke slams both of them. He choke slams Apollo Crews to the mat, and they continue to book Omos as if he's dominant. So I like to see that. To me, Omos is like another Great Khali. Okay. Anyway, that was weird. Omos is basically they're booking him to look undefeatable. They're booking him to look as a top name. They're booking him to be, on this huge winning streak. So I think that's good. To me, he's like another Great Khali. So book him like that. I think Omos is indestructible. He's great. He's supposed to be this force to be reckoned with. So I think that's how they should book Omos. Um, what else happened? We got a Razor Ramon tribute video due to the sad news that Scott Hall passed from NWO. If you think about it, um, Scott Hall was in the NWO and WCW. He was Razor Ramon in WWF, and he's a WWE Hall of Famer. So he's, from what I learned, he was pretty much a great wrestler. Believe it or not, um, Jeff Hardy, the charismatic Enigma, had his first match with Razor Ramon back in 1994 in WWE. He had his first match, debuted his first match against Razor Ramon. So that must be interesting. But I would believe tomorrow on AEW Dynamite that we'll probably see Jeff Hardy pay tribute to Razor Ramon. But it's so interesting when you think about weird deaths like this that come out of nowhere. Because last week Jeff Hardy just debuted on AEW, just debuted on the roster, and yesterday we hear the news that Razor Ramon passed away. Jeff Hardy's first match was with Razor Ramon. You're debuting on AEW 1 week, and then the next week, the guy that you debuted first match with is dead. That's very interesting and eerie to think about. Speaking that, there was also WWE 2K22 came out, and he was in the DLC in the game, in the WWE 2K22 DLC. So, as a playable character. So, it's just interesting. And I recently thought about Scott Hall recently, but to hear that he's dead is kind of like, wow, that's eerie. He was just he was the guy that had his match with a debuting Jeff Hardy back in '94. So on Raw. So that's very interesting to see a name like that leave. But I'm pretty sure we're going to see Jeff Hardy pay tribute to Razor tomorrow, because he was the very first, before Jeff Hardy became Jeff Hardy, he had his first match with Razor Ramon at a young age. He faced Razor Ramon in his first debuting match at Wrestle on Raw back in '94, from what I learned. So I'm pretty sure Jeff Hardy will pay tribute to Razor on tomorrow. What else happened on Monday Night Raw? we get Queen Zelena and Carmella in a tag match. Oh no, Queen Zelena, excuse me, versus Liv Morgan. Liv Morgan got the victory, and it seems like they're getting ready after Mania, because I'm pretty sure they're going to lose their titles at Mania, that Queen Zelina and Carmella will break up after WrestleMania. Um, they will be probably the former women's tag team champions, because they're going to be in a triple threat tag team match with Rhea Ripley, Liv Morgan, defending their titles also against Sasha Banks and Naomi. So that's going to be a good, interesting match that I want to see. But yeah, Queen Zelina lost, and it makes no sense that you win the Queen of the Ring tournament. Back in the fall of last year, she won Queen of the Ring, the first ever Queen of the Ring is Zelina Vega. So she made history, becoming the first Queen of the Ring in WWE. And then ever since then, you've been on a huge, you won the women's tag team titles, and now you're on a huge losing streak. You're Queen of the Ring and you're the women's tag team champions, but you lose every match that you're booked on Raw every week. Zelina Vega, there's so much character that should be brought out of her and making her look undefeatable. There's so much you could do with her that they haven't done or they're not doing. And I think that's WWE creative. I think that you could do a lot with Queen Zelina because Zelina Vega is great. Um, but yeah, they got to find ways to make it interesting. Her husband's on AEW, by the way. But other than that, yeah, Zelina Vega, she's not getting that winning the way she's being booked. I'm not feeling it. I'm not feeling her, not getting a winning streak. You're Queen of the Ring and you're one half of the women's tag team champions. Maybe she'd do better without Carmella by her side as a tag team, but who knows? I just think that I wouldn't care much. I think that they just have to find a way to make Zelina Vega better and putting her on a winning streak. I don't think I want to see her lose the Raw tag team titles, the women's tag team titles, but I think that that's how they're going to book it. It's her losing at WrestleMania. So, oh well. What else happened on Raw? They announced that Charmel was inducted into the Hall of Fame. So we talked about that yesterday already. And then I think that was pretty much it, yeah, that was pretty much it. Nothing else happened really on Raw. Bobby Lashley's still on injury. So yeah, nothing else interesting on Raw. Another episode of Monday Night Raw. That was kind of entertaining, but it was, I would say, a 50-50 episode. Had positives and negatives. So, but I do think the main event kept us on the edge of our seats. So yeah, but I would probably rate Monday Night Raw last night a 5 or 6, maybe somewhere between 5 and 6, but probably a 5. But yeah, I give it that. I think that I was excited to watch it, but I think it was just another episode of Raw, and what they usually do, and you know, Edge cut a great promo though. The arena was dark, the purple light in the middle of the ring, and him standing there talking on the mic. I think that was a good promo. I got to hear his new theme music, but I love Edge's new entrance theme. His entrance music is awesome. I like it. But like I said, that's kind of the interesting thing on Raw right now is the Edge and AJ Styles feud. I think that's the only thing that's interesting right now. But what they're doing with Edge, seeing him go back to being a heel, I actually like it. I think that it could really make WrestleMania interesting. So yeah, I would. I'm all for seeing it. Um, but yeah, um, I hope they have an Andre the Giant Battle Royal at WrestleMania this year. They got to have an Andre the Giant Battle Royal. They need it. I think it'd be interesting to have. So I would like to see an Andre the Giant Battle Royal, and then the way I would book it is have Omos win the Battle Royal, and then if that happens, but that's my prediction. But other than that, um, I think that they, they gave us another Raw, and yeah, just another episode of Monday Night Raw. So that being said, on that note, thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you guys for watching. Make sure you leave a comment. Let me know your opinions, how you felt about Monday Night Raw. I want to know. We can discuss this, but I want to hear your guys' opinions. Make sure you leave a like, leave a comment, positive vibes only. But make sure you leave a like, leave a comment, and subscribe to the channel. And you guys stay safe. You guys stay positive. Live good. Live happy. Live stress-free. Love God and just be positive and be happy. And live your life the way you want to live your life. But thank you for tuning in to Let's Talk Wrestling. And this is Leon the King TV, and I'm out. Peace.